And one of our themes this month is for GenTech is Western New York and kind of local pride. And so I did read that you've done some research specifically around the Great Lakes, which is local to this region. Could you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so there are two things I'll talk about. One is the industrial chemicals like PCBs, PVDs. PVDs are flame retardants, and they are very persistent in the environment. Even though they have been banned since, so the PCBs have been banned in 1970s, PVDs had been banned like almost 15 years ago. We still find them in the environment, in the fish. So we collect some fish samples from the Lake Erie, and we could analyze them, and they are bioaccumulative. So some of these fish have high levels of PCBs and PVDs. So that's relevant in the area. We also have research on pharmaceuticals in the environment. So a lot of these pharmaceuticals that we take are not really absorbed in the body, so they go to the wastewater treatment plants, which are released in the environment, and some of them accumulate in fish also. We have this one research that have a lot of publicity, where the antidepressants that most people are taking are being found in the brain of the fish. And so that's kind of concerning, right? Because the behavior of the fish changes, and so it has long-term effects in terms of their biodiversity, because now their mating habits change. They don't recognize predators, so they may have a population collapse. So all of these are really of high relevance in the Great Lakes region.
And then, due to your research, have they been able to make any changes or recommendations? Like, has there been any tangible action?
Yeah, the pharmaceuticals in the environment, I've been doing this since 2005, and after several of our publications have been released, there are actually some communities and organizations that sponsor collection of drugs that are unused or that have expired, or if some patients, like cancer patients, have passed. They have a lot of medications that before they would typically just flush in the toilet.
Right.
But now they would collect them and dispose them properly. So there have been changes.
Okay, that's great.